Hello everyone, this is Tara and I rode Ava for the third level for the first time this weekend, and I had a couple lessons learned about my body position and then just managing a nervous horse. So Ava at the shows tends to be a little bit overstimulated and excited everywhere, so I spent a lot of time in the warm-up just getting her to try to chill a little bit. She went back and forth between I wasn't sure if she was going to settle or kind of explode. She gets really tight in her back underneath my seat, and I'm at the stage where I can feel it, but I don't always know exactly how to fix it. So coming into the arena here, she was a little haunches in. Been working a lot on her lateral suppleness, and she's very happy to go haunches in one way or the other. Coming into this lengthening, my goal was just to let it develop very slowly because I wanted her just to go and not break into a canter. So towards the end there, she starts to develop it. And what I wanted to do was come out of the corners a little bit so that I could leg yield into them. She was a little resistant to doing that and kind of just sucked up against the fence, so I didn't have a whole lot to work with there. Coming into our shoulder ends, we're starting to find the bend, but when she braces against it, you can see she bobs her head up and down a little bit, and she's kind of a little bit going up and down versus forward. But I was very happy here coming up center line, nice and straight. In our turn, you can see she's a little counterflexed, and that's just where I've got to get her to supple her ribs when I ask for that bend. And it's coming and going, but it's not set yet. Our half passes are coming quite nicely. You can see I actually forgot my whip, and so she's doing all this just from my leg seat, and I was very happy with that. Her pole position is coming, and it's getting up into a better position. Self-carriage is still being developed. And again, we came across the diagonal towards the end. She really got to get some pushing power. But you can see this was a really good learning process for me. I've been riding by myself quite a bit. And you can see here my hands are high, and I'm in a little bit of a chair seat. The chair seat's actually more of a result of I haven't worn my boots in over a year, and they were very stiff and didn't allow my ankles to move. And with everything else I was managing, that just wasn't being processed. So after watching a video, I'm like, okay, I can fix that for tomorrow. And you'll see that in my video for tomorrow. Shoulder in was a little better here. And we're coming around for our turns. I was pretty happy with how nice and straight she came up the center lines. Again, she's not as supple as she needs to be through these half circles, but that's coming. A little bit sticky at the beginning, but then she came. One of the things I was really trying to focus on was if anything, we would get haunches lagging versus haunches leading. And a little bit there, Ava trying to figure out which way I was going to go. And I said, how about left? So we're coming into our walk pirouettes. Ava tends to do very good keeping her legs going up and down, but she was just super tight in her back, and you can see her tail swishing, and she's got a little jig going on there. So I just wanted to try to keep her going, but I was very happy she picked her legs up and down, asking for a little bit of bend. This is part of that stickiness in her back underneath my seat. It's coming, but you can see the head's going up, and she's just kind of bobbing around a little bit. But what I like is the hind legs stayed active and quick, and she picked them up and put them down, so I'll be happy with that for now. And coming through the corner, I could tell you, I was like, yeah, this walk is not going to happen. So, I just did the best I could with it. Hope there she gave me a little jig, and this was just that was just going to be what it was going to be. And then you can just see where my hands are getting a little high. So for tomorrow's ride, I will work on correcting that, because that's something I can fix in my ride. So one of the things we've been working on is cantering on the inside hind, and I've been timing it now, canter, and she seemed to like that. But coming around the corner again, I wanted to leg get a little bit into it. This one we did get a little haunches leading, but at this point we were cantering and she was pretty tight in her back, and so more than anything I was just focusing on keeping a good ride. Now here I kept her very haunches in because I could feel the moment I straightened her she was going to change, and that's not the way we school it, but here we are in the test, and we wanted to do the best that we could do. So last year when we were showing second level, anytime we cantered straight when she was tight in her back, she would flip leads. So I'm very happy that she did the whole long side and didn't flip the lead coming through the corner. I think I actually like having these half passes in here. They're starting to help her get the bend in her body a little bit. So she's getting, her legs are coming, still arguing a little bit with her head, but I think that's more the tension that's going to get better and better as she gets through her back better. And coming up, same thing, kept her haunches in because she was wanting to take the change. She's at that stage where she gets excited about the changes, and she kind of thinks that when she's tense, any change in bend in her body means change. And you'll notice here, we didn't get dinged for it, but she did a nice little two-tempi without missing a beat, so there's something good coming there. And then coming up center line, as soon as we came here, she was like, should I change? Should I change? Should I stop? Should I do something? And I said, no, how about you just go? And the judge was kind because she didn't ding me a bunch for that. And then once we got to the trot, we settled down and went straight. So I was very happy with this ride in terms of we went and laid down the pattern. Ava stayed pretty solid, and when we were done, she definitely felt very good about herself. Ears were up, she was still a little nervous, excited, but not in a bad way. And so I think this whole ride was a good experience. And then tomorrow we will look at just getting her out there a little longer in the warm-up and seeing if I can get her to take that big deep breath and settle down as we go. So thanks for watching.